The Uber driver looked at me in the rearview mirror. "Sir, the boy in the trunk, is he okay?" My brain couldn't process what he'd just said. I was sitting in the back seat of a silver Camry at 11:47 p.m. after working a double shift at Child Protective Services, and this driver with kind eyes and a Sudanese accent was asking me about a boy in the trunk like it was the most normal question in the world. I stared at his reflection, and my mouth went dry. "What boy?" My voice came out strangled. He looked confused now, his eyebrows pulling together as he glanced at his phone mounted on the dashboard. "You are Ethan Kowalski, yes? You requested the pickup with special accommodation for transporting minor?" I shook my head so hard my neck cracked. "I just ordered a regular Uber home from work. I didn't request anything special." The driver's face changed completely, and he pulled over immediately into a gas station parking lot with the engine still running. His hands gripped the steering wheel so tight his knuckles went white. "Then who put the request?" "Someone used your account." My stomach dropped because I'd let my work phone die around 8 p.m. and had been using my personal phone all evening, but I definitely hadn't ordered anything except a ride home to my apartment in Riverside. The driver was already getting out, and I followed him to the trunk, my legs feeling disconnected from my body. He popped it open, and the overhead light illuminated a small figure curled on his side, with his knees pulled up to his chest. Dark hair, maybe 7 or 8 years old, wearing pajamas with cartoon dogs on them. My heart stopped because I recognized those pajamas. I'd seen them 2 days ago during a home visit when I was documenting bruises on a child's arms while his foster mother stood in the doorway making excuses about him being clumsy. This was Liam Brennan, case number CPS 2847, and he was supposed to be safe in his foster placement with the Devereaux in the North District. I reached out and touched his shoulder gently, and he flinched, even though his eyes stayed closed. Liam, it's Ethan from CPS. Can you hear me?" His eyelids fluttered but didn't open, and his breathing was too slow and steady like he'd been drugged. The driver was on his phone speaking rapid Arabic to someone, probably calling the police, and I was trying to remember if I'd taken my medication this morning because this felt like a stress hallucination, except Liam was real and warm under my fingers. I checked his pulse, and it was there but sluggish, and when I lifted his eyelid, his pupil was dilated and didn't react to the light from my phone flashlight. The driver finished his call and came closer, looking at Liam with genuine concern on his face. "I called 911. They are sending ambulance and police. I thought you ordered special transport for social services. The request came through the app with your name and your pickup location and said minor needed transport to emergency placement facility." He showed me his phone, and there it was. A ride request from my account made at 10:38 p.m. with special instructions. Transporting minor from state custody. Child will be in trunk for safety during transport. Delivered to Westbridge Emergency Foster Care, 4782 Millbrook Road. Except Westbridge didn't exist. I'd worked for CPS for 6 years and knew every placement facility in 3 counties. That address was in an industrial area near the old shipping docks where nothing was open after dark except warehouses and a few abandoned factories. Someone had used my account to set up a delivery system for a kidnapped child, and they'd chosen me specifically because I was Liam's caseworker. The police sirens were getting closer, and I was trying to figure out who had access to my login credentials because we used a secure system that required 2-factor authentication for everything. The ambulance arrived first, and paramedics swarmed around Liam, checking his vitals and asking me questions I couldn't answer properly. But what happened next? Things took a turn I never expected. Full story is linked below or on my channel.